Hey, welcome back to the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge, and today we have Cool Runnings. This is a 1993 film. It's an hour and 39 minutes long, and yeah, I thought I saw this movie. It turns out I didn't. If I did, I completely erased everything except for the ending. I kind of think that ending is kind of a thing. So, I maybe I thought I saw it because I watched went to see Jurassic Park over the summer of '93 like once or twice a week, and I think this trailer was in front of it every single time. And because it came out in October of '93, that's the only thing I can imagine because I saw that trailer so many freaking times. It's yeah. So, and again, if I did see it, my mind erased 99% of it for some reason. Other than obviously, who's in it and John Candy and Dougie Doug and they're the most prominent actors I recognize in this. The other actors in this who portray the four man team is, like I said, Dougie Doug, Leon, uh, Raleigh Lewis, and Malik Yoba. The four of them, coached by John Candy, who is Irv, a former uh, Olympian who lost his gold medals due to cheating. So he's a disgraced Olympian, but they somehow find him hanging out in Jamaica, where these guys are all from, and get him to help them get to the Olympics, which is a dream of a number of 3 out of 4 of these guys because they're runners and they lost their shot at joining the Olympics due to the mistakes of one of them. So, and then Dougie Doug is there. He does push cart races in his village and with little kids and stuff in the village, and you know he's really the comic relief. He's what John Candy technically normally would be in his younger years. Oh, you know what? No, John Candy's played a bunch of different types of characters, and Dougie Doug is very much his own thing. But let's just say this film does check off a lot of movie making boxes, especially from movies in this era in the 80s and early 90s and well beyond. I mean, especially when it comes to sports movies, it's inspirational. It's about the underdog. It's about trying to fit in, trying to find your place, proving those who didn't believe in you wrong. They each have different things to prove to other people and to themselves. Uh, there's a montage. There's a slow clap sequence at one point. So yeah, there's a lot of cliches, a lot of tropes thrown throughout this, but that doesn't make the movie bad. It This is the kind of movie that I think you can watch over and over and over again and still get a kick out of it. Just one. I'm just gonna say it. Dougie Doug is very, very charismatic. He's just goofy. He's childlike and just fun. He makes any scene he's in fun. And John Candy, who he's literally playing a dramatic role through most of this. I mean, this is a comedy, obviously, but he's playing a dramatic role throughout it. He's you're rooting for him, and you realize that he's got a bad past that could jeopardize everything for these guys, and you're rooting for them the whole time, of course, because they have personalities that clash. One guy's a tough guy who won't let anybody in, and he's just sort of he just wants to get out of that town, that small island, and go somewhere that he can be important and where he matters. The other guy is trying to live a life that is out from under the umbrella of his father and his family and all the expectations that come along with that. Uh, Leon, who plays Darius, he's Olympian. He's an athlete. He's the most athletic out of all of them, and no matter how beloved he is in his local village and lusted after by many a woman, young and old, he has something to prove to himself because his dad was an Olympian and his dad knew Irv back in the day. That's their connection. And Dougie Doug, he's along for that ride. He has stuff to prove too, but his isn't so emotional high stakes. So, and that's all right. It's everybody's got a little bit different, a little bit of different motive. Um, but again, it's about a lot of the film is about them bonding, coming together, putting aside their differences for a specific goal to enter the Olympics and win. And can they do it? I mean, the concept of this is fairly absurd in many people's minds. These are guys who are trying to enter the 1988 Winter Olympics in Calgary, Canada. Um, I've been there. It's very nice. It's a very nice city. Um, he, they, and of course, when you look at the concept, it's a Jamaican bobsled team. It's not even just a thing about race or anything else. It's just the fact that these guys come from a tropical island and have never seen snow. They've never felt temperatures colder than probably 55 degrees at any point in their lives. And so, yeah, there's a lot of comedy drawn out of the idea of this fish out of water world that they're now living in the last two-thirds of the film, which is, them suffering through extreme cold comedically. And Dougie Doug, again, gets to ham it up most of all as he shows off his just how it affects him. He breaks off a dreadlock because it freezes so badly. Well, of course, he was stuck inside of ice cream truck in that scene. Again, it's the kind of thing where it seems like it's a movie you've seen already, and technically, structurally, if you strip away all the little tiny details, yes, you've seen this movie before. Many times, more than likely. Anytime you've seen a sports movie, yes, you've seen this movie. But it's the people in it, it's the circumstances, obviously, that make this unique. It makes it fun. It makes it exciting. And one of the other tropes is also the people back home watching on a TV, young and old, all coming together, whether they believed in them or not, cheering them on from afar and feeling their disappointment when things don't go right. So you get to see the reaction of their hometown people as they go to compete in the Olympics, and it's all part of that it's part of a long list of tropes. Like I said, it's like I said, it's fun, it's thrilling, and it does have an ending that's yes, you can probably see it coming a mile away. This is supposedly based on a true story. How much of it is true? I mean, it's based on the concept. I think it's based on it. The details of it, of each of the characters, even the names, I really doubt this is a one-to-one representation of these guys. The bones are there. Just like, why do I keep doing this? The bones of this are there, but yeah, the fine details I really doubt are represented in this film. So yeah, it's not a documentary. It's not a. There is a little tag at the end that tells you, in a very vague sense, what happened after the Olympics. So yeah, it's got all the elements of a just a good, fun, like a Sunday afternoon kind of film, just kicking back, relaxing. Yeah, it's great. It's pretty great. It's not the greatest movie in the world. No, you're not gonna. I mean, it won a number of awards and got nominated for others, but it's never gonna be like the thing where like, oh well, that was an Oscar-worthy performance, Dougie Doug. No, it's not gonna be that. But it's what, that's all right. If you're making films that people enjoy, that's still art. That's still something to be to be. You don't have to just make stuff that's very important. No, you can make movies that are important. That's great, but make movies that people enjoy too. It's called entertainment, and that's what this is. It's entertainment, and it's a good fun. So give it a shot. If you have not seen it, if you haven't even heard about it, because some of you might be so young. Again, all the young people who watch this channel, I'm sure. Yeah. So yeah, give it a shot. It might surprise you, and don't be too hard on it. If you think that somehow this needs to be much more thoughtful piece on race and equality and everything else, yeah, there's some of these things are touched upon, and there's a lot of it, assumed. I mean, you understand that it's no missing that these four black guys who have never been in snow joining a bobsled team is unusual, and they enter a realm where people are not nice to them for whatever reasons they may have. But yeah, it's still it's not a heavy-handed kind of thing. It's just telling the story. People don't like, or people don't like things that are different, as one of them explains to the other. So yeah, I was about to wait. I'm gonna press it anyway.
161.
Crap. Tomorrow's Friday, isn't it? I'm going to check this anyway. I'm going to see what this is. 161. Well, I do want to see this. I've seen this one already, unlike apparently Cool Runnings. Before I show you what this is, tomorrow's Friday, and it's the premiere of Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers, the movie, the live-action animated slash film that stars John Mulaney and Andy Samberg. A ton of faces and voices you might recognize. It's a kind of a modern day, almost Roger Rabbit, without all the mystery and everything, and certainly no crossovers with animated characters from other companies. I don't think, anyway. That's tomorrow, and I'm going to watch that. I think that's what we're going to do tomorrow. But that means Saturday we're going to do what the number I just picked is. I don't know why my brain just farted, because I was planning on doing. Anyway. 161. So Saturday. No, I'm not going to tell you what it is. I know what it is. Doesn't matter. I know what 161 is, and you'll see it tomorrow when I do tomorrow's video with Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers. That's what we're watching next on the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge. Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers. I really messed this up. Have fun. See you back here tomorrow.